How to look past personal flaws. Are you prepared to investigate the relationship-changing potential of acceptance and love? Come along on an insightful trip as we explore the practice of accepting imperfection in love and seeing past one's own shortcomings. Have you ever wondered how to get through disagreements and strengthen your relationship with your partner? Are you wondering how to cultivate compassion, comprehension, and complete acceptance in your relationships? Prepare to learn the secrets of enduring love and sincere communication in this thought-provoking film. Start your voyage of love adventure and self-discovery by watching now. Practice empathy and understanding. Building strong and resilient relationships begins with practicing empathy and compassion, particularly when it comes to putting aside one's own shortcomings. Fundamentally, empathy is the capacity to put yourself in your partner's position and view the world from their viewpoint. This entails paying attention to their ideas, emotions, and experiences while avoiding passing judgment or condemnation. Building empathy paves the way for stronger emotional ties and respect between you and your spouse by creating a secure and encouraging environment where they feel heard, appreciated, and understood. Additionally, developing empathy and compassion in your relationship requires you to comprehend the deeper causes of your partner's shortcomings. You can learn a lot about your partner's actions and intentions by taking the time to investigate the underlying causes of your partner's perceived shortcomings, which are frequently caused by unfulfilled wants, fears, or painful experiences from the past. Instead of ignoring or criticizing their shortcomings, make an effort to understand the struggles and feelings they go through. You can build a stronger relationship with your partner by showing empathy and validating their feelings by recognizing the complexity of their experiences. It's important to be understanding and kind toward yourself in addition to your partner. Acknowledge that dealing with personal shortcomings in relationships can be difficult and emotionally draining, and that it's acceptable to occasionally feel helpless or confused. When navigating the intricacies of love and connection, treat yourself with kindness, tolerance, and understanding as you practice self-compassion. You may build a foundation of self-love and acceptance by practicing empathy and compassion for yourself. This will enable you to show up genuinely in relationships and to assist your partner on the road of personal development. Focus on acceptance, not perfection. Building strong and durable relationships requires a shift in perspective from pursuing perfection to accepting acceptance. Accepting acceptance is recognizing and appreciating the quirks and flaws that make each person special. Consider accepting your partner's inadequacies as essential components of who they are, rather than obsessing about their shortcomings. This change in perspective fosters an atmosphere in your relationship where both parties feel comfortable being real and vulnerable without worrying about criticism or rejection. In addition, accepting acceptance helps partners feel more intimately connected to one another. You can show your lover that you love and value them unconditionally when you embrace their defects. By doing this, a secure and encouraging environment is created where both partners can communicate honestly and freely, deepening their emotional connection. By accepting acceptance, you build a relationship based on empathy, respect, and understanding between the two of you, which paves the way for enduring love and friendship. Moreover, accepting acceptance includes self-acceptance as well as your relationship with your partner. Acknowledge that you are a flawed person who deserves love and compassion. You may provide a good example for your partner and foster a supportive atmosphere for personal development by adopting self-acceptance practices. You can go on a path of acceptance and personal development with your partner, encouraging one another along the way. Communicate openly and honestly. Any good and satisfying relationship must have open and honest communication between partners, since it is a crucial means of fostering understanding, trust, and a sense of connection. When you and your partner have honest and open communication, you establish a secure environment where everyone feels heard, respected, and cherished. This entails speaking honestly and freely about your feelings, ideas, and worries without worrying about criticism or retaliation. Building an environment of open communication paves the way for a partnership based on empathy and understanding. Additionally, honest and open communication helps partners resolve disputes and obstacles in a constructive way, which builds intimacy and resiliency in the union. Open communication about needs, limits, and expectations fosters transparency and clarity, which lessens the possibility of miscommunication or animosity. Furthermore, open communication makes it possible for disagreements to be resolved quickly, rather than letting them fester and get worse over time. You can show your dedication to the relationship and your readiness to overcome obstacles by having honest and vulnerable conversations about challenging topics. Additionally, honest conversation strengthens the tie between spouses by fostering a greater level of intimacy and emotional connection. Open communication with your spouse about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences allows you to let them into your inner world and opens doors to a higher level of understanding and connection. By paying attention to what your spouse has to say and acknowledging their emotions, you show understanding and compassion, which builds intimacy and trust. In the end, genuine and honest communication creates the foundation for a partnership based on openness, vulnerability, and respect for one another, which makes it possible for love and connection to grow. Cultivate gratitude and appreciation. Developing appreciation and thankfulness in your relationship can change how you see and communicate with your partner, leading to a more meaningful and fulfilling connection. Spend some time thinking about the good traits, deeds, and contributions your partner makes to your life. Then sincerely thank and appreciate them for being in your life. Acknowledging and honoring these instances of love and generosity, whether it's through a nice word, a kind action, or just their steadfast support, can improve the emotional connection between you and your partner. A positive feedback loop is also created in your relationship when you show thankfulness and appreciation. This reinforces positive actions and develops a sense of respect and admiration for one another. Your partner will feel valued and appreciated when you consciously make an effort to identify and thank their contributions and efforts. This in turn motivates your partner to show you love and kindness in return, starting a positive feedback loop that is mutually beneficial. Additionally, cultivating appreciation and thankfulness can support you in handling difficulties and disagreements in your relationship with poise and fortitude. You may keep perspective and handle challenges with optimism and thankfulness by emphasizing the good things in your relationship and expressing gratitude for the love and support you share. Additionally, you may fortify your relationship and support each other through life's storms by expressing gratitude for your partner's efforts and strengths throughout trying times. In the end, developing an attitude of thankfulness and appreciation in your partnership builds a solid base of affection, respect, and assistance that will see you through all of life's ups and downs. Set realistic expectations. Establishing reasonable expectations is crucial to fostering happy, successful relationships that are based on acceptance, tolerance, and respect for one another. Start by honestly listing your needs, wants, and boundaries, then be open and honest with your spouse about them. While having some expectations in a relationship is normal, it's crucial to make sure they're realistic and reachable. Understand that no relationship is flawless, and that you and your spouse will inevitably have good points and bad points, happy and difficult times. Setting reasonable expectations also entails accepting the fact that your spouse is a unique person with their own ideas, emotions, and life experiences. To avoid disappointment and hostility, refrain from making unreasonable demands or putting your own ideals onto your partner. Rather, concentrate on celebrating the special traits and advantages your partner brings to the relationship and accepting and loving them for who they are, imperfections and all. Additionally, if your connection develops over time, be ready to make concessions and adjust. Acknowledge that as you and your partner develop as people, your relationship may need to adapt as well. When disagreements emerge, be adaptable and receptive, and be prepared to bargain and come to a compromise. You may establish mutual respect, understanding, and compromise in a partnership by defining reasonable expectations and keeping lines of communication open. Additionally, keep in mind that true love is about creating a solid and enduring relationship built on acceptance, respect, and trust rather than searching for the ideal companion or experiencing a romantic fantasy. Accept the flaws and difficulties that come with being in a relationship and see them as chances for development. You may lay the groundwork for a long-lasting and meaningful relationship with your spouse by being reasonable in your expectations and treating them with tolerance, compassion, and unconditional love. Developing the ability to see past one's imperfections is a journey of self-awareness, empathy, and development that calls for tolerance, compassion, and unconditional love. Deeper connections with your partner can be cultivated in a relationship based on mutual respect, understanding, and unconditional acceptance of each other's shortcomings can be created by exercising empathy, acceptance, open communication, gratitude, and setting realistic expectations. Recall that genuine love surpasses defects and shortcomings, accepting the lovely messiness of life and honoring the distinctive characteristics that define each of us as individuals. Don't miss out on our journey to healthier, happier relationships. Subscribe now for exclusive content on building strong connections, navigating challenges, and cultivating love that lasts.